Today, we're not talking about this just yet, although I'm going to get to that soon. I'll move some of this out of the way. I need to clean this off. It is looking a little dusty. I'm going to turn this on here, so a little more fill light. There we go. This is not a new series or anything like that. This is something I kind of wanted to do for a while now, but I just haven't had time to do it and or a desire. And I think also too, and you can let me know how you feel about this in the comments, but I was looking over my catalog and I feel like the ratio of like repair tips to other videos is a little bit skewed. So I'm kind of trying to balance it out so that way I have, because I do have a lot of repair videos I still need edit, but I want to make sure that I put out enough repair videos to continue to help people out so I can get through just the variety of cameras I've worked on, but then also put out other content that I personally enjoy more than repair stuff. That makes sense. Like, it's more enjoyable for me to edit other things than just cut out all the times that I say which I don't do a very good job of, to be honest, because I still say quite a bit. I had this idea for a while. I want to, talk about other people's work that I enjoy, but not like this old famous photographer or this photographer that's got like millions of subscribers or anything like that. Like, these are just kind of people that I know that I like their work, and then I have copies of their work, and I just kind of want to highlight it a little bit and then go over it too, enjoy a cup of coffee. So I don't really know what I'm going to call this because I like alliterations. So I don't know if it'd be like books with Bronco, something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll throw a little title up here. So this is the first one that I purchased. This is Charleston Chewed. It's from my good buddy Nick, who goes by Subtle Celluloid on Instagram. If you have Instagram, if you use it, I would recommend checking him out. He went to Spain somewhat recently and has been posting a lot of street photography photos of that, and they are just immaculate. I actually met up with him when I went to Nashville to help my parents move back to Phoenix, so we got to hang out and chat for a good couple of hours, and just a really cool dude. So I got this from him. It's his little zine that he put together. I think this is his first or second, and he shot these in Charleston. So I mean, you can read there. I'm not going to be able to do like a full Alex Soth breakdown of all these photos and what I like about them, because I'm not like that familiar with the book itself. I've thumbed through it a few times just to kind of look at it really. And he does really good work. I like his street photography stuff a lot. Whether there's people or no people, like I think that, like, for instance, I enjoy this contrast quite a bit because you've got a color photo here, a black and white photo there, and no people kind of thing. So it just kind of changes the focus of the image a little bit, I think. That's really nice. And then also, personally, I'm kind of a dork about this, so I really enjoy seeing exactly what film he shot with and then what camera. And he was showing me his Kodak Retina 3C, and this thing is phenomenal. It's a very good little camera. And then also he was telling me a lot about positioning of things and the layout of it, I guess it's called more technically. And I think he does a really good job with that. This, I think, is a beautiful contrast here too. But yeah, and then he also does like a lot of black and white photography, which I really respect because I think black and white is great. But then his color stuff too, like this looks like it's just straight out of like a film, like a coming of age story. Like, it's incredible. It's really good. And the other thing too that I liked, because we talked for a little over an hour, but it didn't feel like he was trying to like promote himself too much to me, which was very nice because it was very refreshing, because I feel like a lot of the conversations I have with film photographers kind of devolves into, well, I've shot this and I've shot that. Like, that's cool. Like, I dig hearing like people's experiences and stuff, but when it comes down to like a I don't know, it just feels weird. I feel like it's a competition and I don't really want to be in that competition, you know? It just, I don't know, it's always weirds me out a little bit. But he was super, super chill about all of that. And I think this image especially is fantastic. So he's a big proponent of the f6, and that thing just has stupid high shutter speeds. And you can kind of see that in just how he's able to capture the water. This is 400 speed film. It looks like probably about midday, and just absolutely catches the water and still. Like it just looks really cool. I enjoy the layout of this photo, and I enjoy the orientation of it because it causes you to like pause and look at it a little bit and appreciate it for what it is. And then this one too. I mean, this is staged, you know, like this has got to be staged, but no, this is just the world. I don't know. I love this photo though, I really do. And again, it goes back to the photo and the orientation of it and how it plays in with these two images where he selected both of these and positioned them in a way where it kind of frames this photo in its presentation. So you have this here and you have that there, and then in the middle, the centerfolds, you have that. I believe that is the center of the zine as well, because I think this is a zine, not necessarily a photo book. I don't really know technical terms that much, but just contrast to people sitting. This one's a little bit more well lit. This one's a little bit lower light setting. Yeah, it's really good. This is Japanese camera hunters film. I've not shot with it necessarily, but at least I don't think so. Maybe I did. This one especially I love. It's just this like tropical silhouette. There's something about like the silhouette of palm trees that I just really enjoy. And the silhouette of trees in general, but especially palm trees, because it's such a like foreign looking object. Like it's one of those things that just doesn't look like anything else, you know? So I feel like if you've not lived in a tropical area and you go and you see palm trees and you have no concept of what they are, you're like, what is that? Like, what am I looking at here? And I really like his beach photos too. Maybe he really nails it. Yeah, I've never been to Charleston, but like seeing these images kind of makes me want to go. I'd imagine it's just kind of like any other like southern town, architecturally speaking, and you know, whatever people are there, it's kind of similar. But just, I don't know, it's a looking at it through this lens kind of, I enjoy it. I enjoy something where it's like concentrated to this location and concentrated to like a series of photos. And it like the idea that he put this together off of like some just random collection of photos that he took, I also really enjoyed that philosophy a lot, because I think like when you go out and you're like, I'm gonna do a photo project, and it kind of jilts the whole thing. But that's mostly my approach to photography in general, where to me, video stuff is more important. So my photography is usually just kind of for kicks and giggles. And I think I've mentioned that quite a few times, and I think that it's not difficult to see that in the quality of photography work I do. I kind of just snap photos because I think it's fun. So I definitely resonate a lot with this, because even though it does seem like it's not very pointed, like he's not just doing street photography. Like there's a good mix of what's being shown here. There's a good mix of film that's being used, whether it's black and white or color. There's a good mix of cameras that he uses as well. It's kind of an amalgamation of these ideas, and I dig that a lot. So definitely check him out if you're on Instagram. Dude is super cool, like seriously, so cool. We talk relatively regularly, and just, I don't know, it's just, he's one of those guys you're like, good guy. And like he did a band show the other day, I guess it's probably like a month ago now, and just the photos he got, so good. But that's him, Nick, Subtle Celluloid. Check him out, great guy, good little book, I appreciate it. Moving on to the next one. My timer's about to go off. I'm baking more bread. But this is from a customer, actually. This is Ryan Bertkey, I think. So this customer I've had a lot of customers in my year plus of doing business, and I've just been categorically very fortunate with my quality of customers, like just super good people. So I appreciate everyone who sent out their cameras. Like, I really do appreciate your business, and also it's just been super cool to get to know people, to get to understand their cameras, and to help them out. And I hope that it's something that I really do enjoy doing, and that's why I've kind of started this business, and I try to keep my prices as reasonable to like allow, I don't know, as many people to get help as needed, you know? Anyway, I don't want to go off on a tangent here, but this gentleman, just super fantastic. He sent in his AE1 to be repaired, and then he also just sent in a bunch of parts cameras and a bunch of parts, and then he sent in this photo book. And I've kind of looked through it a little bit. I've not really dedicated a whole lot of time to it because I've been moving and stuff, and I put my bookshelf together yesterday and was going through my boxes of books, and I found this and I was like, I want to talk about this, so that's why we're here now. But he sends this in, and I was like, oh man, thank you so much. So here's a little insert about his life, and I've thumbed through this too, and there are some photos in here that I just absolutely adore. He was mentioning that whoever did the printing of this got like some kind of weird lines. I don't know what that's about because I've not done a photo project like that, but it doesn't really bother me too much. But also, I know when I make stuff, it's the little things that really stick out to me more, so I'm sure that it probably bugs him a lot more. I didn't really notice until he pointed it out, and even then, it adds character. But it's kind of the same deal. Like, this is just a collection of photos that I'd imagine he took that he liked. And I think that there's nothing more honest about that. And I don't remember, he's from the East Coast, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it says it in here. Really, really good customer. This one, this contrast right here is what was like, I saw this, I'm like, I need to talk about this because I love this so much, and I wish that I was equipped with the proper words to describe exactly what about this I love. So I'm gonna try, but in terms of layout, I think it's excellent. I think this is an excellent selection for this like centerfold here. I think too, the contrast of color being the centralized focus here and color being the background focus here with similar design in the circular pattern of these things makes it pop a little bit more, and also adds like an interesting amount of contrast. And you also have the still of this flower with the movement of this water dripping from a fountain, I think. I love this. I saw this and I was like, I gotta talk about this. Like, this is just phenomenal. And it, like he says in the beginning of the book, like, this is just amateur work, I think he said. Let me see. I don't want to mince words here. Amateur photography. Purely amateur and for funsies. Which makes sense. For funsies. Like, if it's just for funsies, but like, look at this stuff. It is really remarkable. And this is kind of like, I have some old slides that I'll probably go through one of these days from San Francisco in the 70s and Europe in the 60s, I think. And it's just like, I don't know, there's a different connotation to it. I also love this so much because you get the similarity in shape of this window with the shutters to this church and the window here. Oh my goodness. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Also, I love these green shutters and this like heavier, older glass that's a little bit marbled like that. Good stuff. Dog photos, that's always a win. Very cute. Okay, like that. Yeah, it's just like, there's no, like, this is just desire to do this. This isn't him posturing. Like, he didn't ask me to make a video about it. It's just a matter of like, hey, I've taken these photos, I want to put something together so I can show people. And I think that that's super special. I love this photo. Oh, that's awesome. It's like a kid looking at the little Christmas Town train set deal. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Dog sleeping, very cute. I love these chairs. Ryan, if you're watching this, let me know where I can get some of these chairs. Very nice. Okay, yes, I do remember this part. So he also includes all of the notes, the memo notes in the back here, which I think is super cool. And it definitely shows, like, so it shows he's got a mix from digital cameras, film cameras, Motorola phone camera. It's pretty tight. Another Kodak Retina. That's pretty sick. Pentax ME SE. That's interesting. Overall, just like really cool. I like sharing things that I enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this experience as well. I don't want this to be like, if you send in your camera, you better send in your photo projects too so I can review. You don't have to do that. It's not an obligation whatsoever. He just did, and it was super kind, so I wanted to kind of return the favor and also just showcase some of his work because I thought it was pretty good. So thank you, Ryan, for sending that in. I really appreciate it. Also, check out Subtle Celluloid on Instagram if you so desire, but his stuff is really good. And also just a stinking cool dude, and super knowledgeable, but also like easy to talk to. I don't feel like it's not a competition, you know, we're just talking, which I always enjoy. So I think for now that will be it. This was whatever I end up calling the series. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, that's fine. I don't think I'll be doing like a whole lot of these. I just kind of wanted to go over some of the stuff that I had in. And if you guys did like it, maybe I'll work harder to find other books. I do have a lot of like old manuals and stuff I wouldn't mind going through. I just need to go through them, and I might as well make a video about it. So if that's your cup of tea, let me know in the comments down below. If not, and you hate the idea entirely, that is fine. You are entitled to your opinion. But I appreciate you watching. Be back with some more repair stuff soon. So stay tuned for that. And I'll catch you on the next one.